In this video, we're going to take a look at the top 8 reasons why this thing behind me, the log burner fireplace, will change your life. Let's go. Number 1, promotes an active lifestyle. Now, this stuff doesn't just show up, as you know. It takes a lot of effort to get this stuff here. So whether you're chopping, splitting, stacking, organizing as well, which is a bit of proactiveness, which is always good for the mind. And you're moving it from your log store to the house, and vice versa. When you run out in the house, then you're going back to get more wood. So every week, for example, I'll collect maybe 4 or 5 barrows of this stuff, take it down to the house, and a bit of coal as well, as I have a multi-fuel. So with the coal, I pick it up in the shop, I bring it to the house, I store it in the log store, and then once I take it to the house, and then once I've run out in the house, I'm back up getting more. And I'm always prepping. Like when we're running out of wood, for example, I'm ordering more wood. And you're back and forth, and you're always busy, which is not a negative thing. I think it's probably one of the most important things on this list, because being active is good for your mind and good for the soul. Number 2, you will never look at a tree the same way again. I put this one in because I think it's a bit of a funny one. When I see a fallen tree now, I think to myself, hey, how can I get that in the back of the car, back of the van? And I think, oh, how long would that last me if I was to chop it up? It's very strange. When you have a log fire, you think of fuel, coal included, as a different entity, really, which I think is, quite interesting when you think about it overall. Reason number 3 is what you see behind me right now. We create an inviting, cozy atmosphere within your living space. There's something to be said about having a log fire in your home that creates an atmosphere which is like quite relaxed, calming. It's very therapeutic in a sense to have a log fire going in the background. You've got the crackling of the fire, you've got the flames going as well, and I wouldn't be without this anymore. When this room didn't have this in this particular space, this part of the house was very boring, didn't want to spend any time in it, but now it's in here, I spend a lot more time in it, and it's just a lot more inviting as a room or as a space. Number 4, it's a multifunctional uses. So a log fire can be just more than a heat source for your house. So you can cook your food on it, you can boil water with it, you can actually even attach your radiators to it as well. So there's much more you can do with a log fire than you can do with pretty much anything else in the house. Everything else has its own singular use, but this is a multifunctional tool at the end of the day. And in the case of you was ever cut off from the electric, or if your gas ever went, you would always have hot water, you would always be warm, and you would always have somewhere to cook your food. Now, there's not many things that do all that when you just light a fire. So I think that's a fantastic reason to get yourself a log burner. Number 5, lower heating bills. So having a log burner drastically lowers your heating bills. It does for me personally, and I pay for wood and coal just like anyone else, okay? The thing is, with the log burner, I have it going probably 15 to 24 hours a day, generally in the winter. I try to keep it going for as long as possible because I like that residual heat within my space. I can't tell you how much cheaper it would be. Obviously there's an initial outlay for it, but overall, if I was to have my gas, ask yourself one question. If you was to have your gas and electric on 24 hours a day for 6 months a year, how much would it cost you? With a log burner though, you can have it on 24 hours a day pretty much, and it would cost you a heck of a lot less. It depends where you are in the world. I can't talk about numbers or anything like that. Maybe in the comments below, you can say how much you spend on your gas and electric and we can compare. Number 6, free wood. Yes, that's right, free wood. There's wood everywhere around the world, and sometimes it's laying on the side of the road, sometimes it's in a forest, sometimes it's outside your house. But free wood is a big reason to have a log fireplace, because you can get free fuel and free heating from it. Now, obviously you've got to be careful with where you're getting it from. Don't go on people's land. But you'd be surprised how much free wood there is around in the world. What if you could heat your house with some free fuel? Number 7, reduce stress. I think there's something really special about having a log burner when you can put your fire on, and there's something nice about watching the flames in the evening and just the sound of the log burner itself. It definitely can promote relaxation, you know, and just take the edge off the day for you. There's nothing worse than coming home, you know, to a bit of stress or whatever, but this can definitely reduce a little bit of stress. Like, let's be honest, who doesn't enjoy looking into a fire and thinking, wow, you know, some of the flames, especially dancing around, it looks really cool, you know, and it's very mesmerizing to watch. So I definitely think this thing can reduce stress, which, let's be honest, in today's age, we could all do with a little bit less stress. Number 8, enhance your life. Think of it like this. Fires have been made by man and women since we were around for thousands and thousands of years. Years ago, this house had a fire here that was an open fire, for example, and as you can see, here we are. This house is about 100 years old, well, maybe even older than that, 120 years old or so, and it was an open fire there. But today, here we are in 2025, it's got a metal box, essentially, with fire in it. Years and years ago, they would have just burnt it straight on the hearth, and times are changing, but there's a few facts that's in this video that I think, you know, promotes being active. You know, it can be very calming on the mind. It creates your space. There's a lot to be said about having one of these things in your house. It's a basic, simple technology that man has been doing for years, and that's burning wood or coal to stay warm. Let me know in the comments below, guys, what's your favorite thing about having a log fire. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Pow!